Hello, Seattle Public School students and staff. This is a video about how to make a custom chatbot. So what I want to do for my classes right now is, for my econ class, I want to make a chatbot that models Donald Trump. And then I also want to make a chatbot that is Adam Smith, because I'm in a unit about foreign trade and I want my students to ask questions of those people. So if you're a teacher and you're in your Magic Schools list of student rooms, you'll have to know how to get to that. You can then add various kinds of tools, including custom chatbots, to various rooms. So I'm going to grab, just for the heck of it, this room because it's a pretty fresh room, and it'll open up, and actually I don't have any students in here or anything yet, which is why I'm using this one. And you could do this with a fresh room or an existing room, it doesn't really matter. And then you go up here to the three dots, which allow you to view the tools you have. I already know what's in there, so I don't care. But basically, I want to edit this room. All right, and so there's two chatbots I'm going to make. First one's going to be the Donald Trump one. And I already set this up, so I'm just going to leave that like it is. And actually, I'm not, because I don't like to require login. And then you can see I already have a couple custom chatbots in here. This is actually for my world history class, but I'm going to make a different custom chatbot. You can have a ton of custom chatbots if you want. And so I'm going to add a new one. And you can see there's just like a generic custom chatbot here. And you can't really fix it here yet. It's a little wonky, but you can see you're setting the tools and you haven't yet customized. So I'm going to do that one. And then I'm also going to find the character chatbot, because I'm going to use both of these chatbots in this example. So I got the custom and I got the character. Both of these are generic right now because I haven't customized them. And then the next step is click next. And the ones that are available to customize, because I already built these ones, are here. So I'm going to do the Trump one first. So I'm going to customize this. And it gives you this screen where you have a bunch of stuff you can fill in. My suggestion is don't type the important stuff straight into this. I always make a Word doc first with all the stuff I need. So as you can see, here's the Word doc coming across the screen, and so I already have a place for the name, I have the description, and grade level I don't need, but instructions for the chatbot. So what I'm going to do is just copy this stuff that I already have into the spaces where it goes so that I can very quickly make it. This also allows me to own the chatbot in case we lose Magic School or something, and also share it easily with other people if I want. So, and I can spell check and all the other stuff. So as you can see, it now has the stuff that I already wanted, and the students are going to be able to tell what the instructions are. I don't mind that, and they're going to have a generic description of it. This is basically what the students will see over here. The other thing you're going to need if you're going to do something like Trump, which is tricky, and for a while I was using a Trump generic chatbot, and it got real weird and biased. So what I did was I grabbed, as you can see here, a bunch of Trump speeches. And these speeches are literally Donald Trump's own words. And one of the tricky things you have to be careful out is you have to make sure you're less than 8,000 words. So I cut out one of these is a press conference, another one's a straight speech. And so I cut both of them down, when he's talking to reporters and stuff, down to below 8,000 words. That's the one crucial thing. So since I have this thing of Trump speeches, 8,000 words of Trump talking about trade specifically, I'm going to close this so I can upload it. And the instructions are going to say that it should talk like President Trump and mostly talk about the economy and stuff like that and use his tone and things like that. And also, told them who the audience was, that this is for an 11th grade econ class. Now I can then upload the specific body of knowledge that I want this Trump bot to do, so it doesn't get all weird. And I already have, my file up here with the Trump trade speeches. And there you can see it's now in the thing. So I've set up my bot. This is literally as much as it took. I mean, obviously making the speeches was tricky. This instructions, I make a bunch of chatbots, so I just literally kind of change the wording of this a tiny bit each time. It's very easy to make a custom chatbot if you have the data. This thing, the speeches, is really the crucial stuff for getting the Trump or the character bot to act in a very specific way, and also to quote itself, which can be really handy. So now I have it set up the way I want, and I'm going to click next. And then what it'll do here is you can generate one, and you can kind of see how it's going to behave. And it'll introduce itself as if it's Donald Trump, and you can kind of test it out. And I can say, what do you think of tariffs? Just to see how it behaves in that situation. And you can test what kind of questions you want the students to ask and things like that. And as you can see, it's going to talk about tariffs in Trump's voice, and that's what you want. And I've already tested this bot, and it does what I want about tariffs and trade regulations and all that other business. And now I'm going to click Save, because it, once you think it's doing what it's supposed to do. And so now I do have the President Trump bot. And the character chatbot, because Adam Smith is not a controversial character and there's a huge amount of stuff that he wrote in his own voice, I didn't bother to make a custom Adam Smith bot. I'm just going to use a generic one and just name it, Adam Smith bot. And I usually put the first version, 1.0. And the description will be, economist Adam Smith, whatever you want. I'll set this one for 11th grade because this is an upper level class. And then you just say Adam Smith. All right. And so this is way easier, obviously. If you feel like you can preview it. I think I might be missing something here. Guess not. You can just go to next. Oh, and then it automatically gives you one. And then generate. So now I would have the Adam Smith bot, and it'll act like Adam Smith. And so the cool thing here is now I can send my students to go ask both Donald Trump and Adam Smith questions about trade, and I can actually have the students have two windows open, one with Adam Smith and one with President Trump, and you can actually make the bots argue with each other. So you can do some really cool stuff with bots. You have the generic bot, and that one, for a figure that you don't have to worry about bias so much, or you don't need to limit the bias, that one's fine. But if you do have someone controversial or someone where you're a little worried about what they might say, you can do something like the President Trump bot. Like, for instance, my French history class, or my world history class, I have a Robespierre bot, and I wanted to be a little careful about what Robespierre said, because he killed a few people. And Toussaint Louverture led the Haitian slave revolt. I wasn't sure it would know a lot about him, so I collected all of Toussaint's stuff. And I wanted these ones for an essay to quote themselves a lot, and it actually tells them to do that a little more than these other two bots do. So that's how to make a bot. It's super interesting for the students, and if you put good data in, you can get a bot that actually behaves, pretty well. And certainly will allow the students to ask sort of open-ended questions that you might not have time to answer. You obviously want to talk it down and have some, analytical questions and warn the students that these aren't the real people, but they're going to feel like the real people. And that kind of can make a big deal in helping students understand something. Thank you. Hope that was helpful. Bye.